Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, in any time zone you are listening to me. Yeah, today is another day. Today we'll be talking about chi-square. We'll be talking about chi-square. Chi-square is a non-parametric statistics. Is a non-parametric statistics that we always use to test nominal data and ordinal data. Yes, chi-square is used to test nominal and ordinal data. Okay, for example, this is our data input from Excel. So from this data now, I have 50 responses. I told you I've already discussed about how we can input data in our previous video. So today we'll be working with 50 respondents. So in case if you don't understand how we can input data, please go back to the previous video on data imputation. You will see it there. Okay, so I'm going to copy this now to our SPSS. Control C. I'm going to put it in our SPSS. In our SPSS input, the input window of our SPSS. This is the input window. I told you the last time that SPSS have two windows, output window and input window. So this is our input window. So I paste. And under input window, there is what we call data view and variable view. Data view and variable view. So that is it. This is our data. The respondent, you can see number of the respondents. They are 1 to 50. They are 1 to 50. So we have gender, whereby we have male, female, male, female, male, female. We have age range. We have the scores, the test scores that we assume. We have question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5, question 6. Question 5, and we have section C. Section C is on the response mode of section C is yes and no. Yes or no. So now this is data view. So we move to, let's check our variable view. So this is the variable view. This is where we label them. This is where we label. You can see the first column is list of respondents, gender, age, student scores. Question 1. Okay, let's say for example now question 1 deal with impact of reading on examination. Are we together? Okay, the second one, let's say influence of friends on student performance. Okay, let's look at these two now. On student performance. So we give questionnaire on these two. So our response mode, you can see the response mode is strongly agree, disagree, and strongly disagree. Okay. This section C, which is let's say influence of social media on students. Are we together now? So these three. We want to test these three on with chi-square. These three. Now remember the question 1. The response of question 1 is strongly agree, disagree, agree, and strongly disagree. And the response mode of the section C, this one, is what? Is yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay. So now if you want to go and analyze now, we go to analyze. After we go to analyze, you go to non-parametric test. Non-parametric test, then we go to legacy dialog. Then we move to chi-square. I'm taking it bit by bit so that you will know where I click and where I enter. So chi-square, you click on it. Good. This is it now. So you now move the question that you want to test. Question 1, you want to test question 1. You want to test question 1. Okay. All this option, you don't need it. You don't need this extract. You don't need it. This option, maybe let's see descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics. Maybe you want to this I told we discussed about descriptive statistics last time, which is all this mean and standard deviation percentage. Good. You can still measure it. So there's option for it. You can just tick it, click continue. So we say okay. So this is our observation. This is the result. You can see from the descriptive statistics now that we tick question 1, impact of regional examination. 50. The number is 50. The mean is this. The standard deviation is this. The minimum is this. The maximum is this. As minimum response is strongly agreed, that's 1. Maximum response is strongly agreed, that's 4. This number. Yeah. So now from the chi-square result now, from the chi-square result, you can see SD have 1. Okay. Agree have 21. Strongly agree have 28, which total 50. This is our expected. It will give our expected. You can see our expected is 1 is 16.7, 16.7, 16.7, 16.7. But don't worry, this is our expected. There's a what is it called? There's a I will share a link. I will share a link, my YouTube link, so that you can watch it and see how I get this expected, the formula for expected, because I explain it in detail in that link. So that's that one. So expected, anytime you are analyzing with SPSS, it will surely give you expected. But there are some instances that you want to calculate or expected yourself. So I will drop that video for you, so that you can be able to know how to calculate expected yourself. That's another video entirely. So if you are working on SPSS, it will surely give you expected. Good. So now the test statistics. The result is what? 21.560. Degree of freedom is 2. Assumption significance is 0.0. This assumption significance is called p-value. That's our p-value. It is called p-value. Okay, are we together? Then degree of freedom is what? Is n minus 1. Our n is 3. There are 3 here. Strongly disagree, strongly agree, and strongly agreed. Okay, someone can ask me that why is it that it's only 3 instead of 4? That disagree is missing. The reason why disagree is missing is that there is no response for disagree. Yes. So in case if your result or you analyze and it's like that, fine. You know that there is no response for, because SPSS will never show you 0. We never bring any data that is 0. You understand? It will never bring. You can see it will never bring any data that is 0. So that is that. That is the for question 1. A part of reading on examination. Are we together? We are going to interpret it. We are going to go to where we are going to interpret it. We are going to interpret this. So the next one now, let's go to analyze again. Let's go to analyze and analyze this section C, because that one is yes or no. You understand? We have done the one of this, which is 4 Likert scale. Then we want to do the one of yes or no. So we go to analyze, the same thing. We go to non-parametric test. Go to legacy dialog. Then we click on chi-square. So this one now we move it out. Okay. Then we go to where this one, the section C, we move it in. So we click OK. Good. This is the second result. This is the second result of section C. Section C is on influence of social media. This is the descriptive. This is the descriptive. You can see n is equal to 50, mean is equal to 1.520, standard deviation 0. Mean and standard minimum, that's the minimum value in your input. The maximum value, which is 2. This is yes, this is no, this is yes. Okay. So we can see now. You can see our no is 24. Our yes is 26. So expected now, 25, 25. So give us expected. So residual is this. We don't really need the residual. We only really need the responses, the observed, the expected. Then the chi-square value. The chi-square value, you can see 0.080. Degree of freedom 1, because we have to respond. So degree of freedom is 1 as n minus 1 is 1. So assumption significant as the p-value, you can see 0.777. Okay, good. So that is it. That's chi-square. That's how to run your chi-square. So let's now go to interpretation now, because interpretation, that's where the, let me open my Microsoft Word. Interpretation is the, any statistics is, it always comes from the interpretation. You have to interpret it. That's where some people they will just analyze. Maybe they just know how to the step to analyze. They cannot interpret. It's not everybody that can interpret. There are some results. There are some results that they have to send to me. Please help me to interpret this. So I will have to interpret it for them. And sometimes I will say, no, the statistics is wrong. Because anybody that analyze, you have to know how to interpret. And if you know what you are doing, you have to know how to interpret. Yes, you have to know how to interpret. So anybody that analyze have to know how to interpret. So let's move chi-square now. Are we together? Okay, so let's move chi-square. Some people call it chi-square, some people call it chi-square. Anyone? Let me increase this font so that we can be able to see what we are doing. Okay, now let's say table 1. You have to always number your table. maybe 4.1. It won't be in chapter 4. Maybe if it's in the thesis, maybe it's 4.1. But if you are writing a project, or you are writing a journal rather, you're writing a paper, an article, you say table 1. You don't need to put 4 points. Table 1, let's say table 1, so which is the first SPSS that we conduct. Okay, this is it. Table 1 is on what? It's on impact of reading on examination. We do our table. Please just follow what I'm doing. We do our table. Good. Do our table. SN variable response our response here is yes and no. Then serial number 1, 2. Then we have total. Okay, the next one, which is the observe value. The observe value, sorry, impact is 2, not 3. Yeah, 3. So we have SD, we have A, and we have SA. Okay, let's continue. Observe is 1, 21, 28. That's our observed value. So expected, just follow the table that we analyze. Just follow it. Expected value, which is 16.7. I say 16.7 all over. 16.7. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's continue. You don't need to put mean and standard. This mean and standard deviation, you don't need to put it. What you just need is expected value. Good. You need chi-square calculated. Chi-square calculated value, which is 23.560. Then we have p-value. We have p-value, which is p-value, which is 0.00. Then our level of significance. Level of significance is what? 0.05. Are we together? So this is how we are going to extract the value out. Chi-square. This is how you extract the value out. Response. Okay, it's already there. Just extract it out. Response is already there. Observe value is there. Expected value is there. Chi-square value is there. The result of the chi-square. P-value is there. Is this. Level of significance. Our level of significance is constant. Okay. So now, from the interpretation now, you now say table above, table 1 above shows the chi-square result of on the impact of reading on examination. Of reading on examination. Okay. The result shows that the p-value 0.00 is less than the level of significance (0.05). Therefore, guiding by the rule of thumb, we said if the p-value is less than level of significance, the non hypothesis will be rejected. Okay. And if the p-value is greater than the level of significance, the null hypothesis will be accepted. So therefore, with the above guideline, with the above rule of thumb, the hypothesis, the non-hypothesis, we said that there is no significant impact of reading on examination will be rejected. Did you see it? You see that statement, right? For example, now, our null hypothesis is reading there is no significant impact of reading on examination among students. Do you see? So now from this hypothesis now, so now we will now be for the table. This interpretation now comes in that The above table shows the chi-square result on the impact of reading on examination. The result shows that the p-value 0.00, this one, is less than 0.05, right? Good. Therefore, guiding by the rule of thumb, which says if the p-value is less than level of significance, the null hypothesis will be rejected. And if the p-value is greater than level of significance, the null hypothesis will be accepted. Therefore, with the above rule of thumb, the null hypothesis, which said that there is no significant impact of reading on examination, will be rejected. Did you understand now? Yeah. So it's very simple. It is very, very simple. This rule of thumb is a general and acceptable rules that we always used to follow. We follow it to accept and reject any hypothesis, any hypothesis, any hypothesis. This is the rule of thumb where we always use. For example, a research will carry out with maybe we are checking the impact of reading on examination. Maybe as students are reading, it have impact on the examination, or it did not have impact. So in the hypothesis, in the null hypothesis, now say that there is no impact of reading on the examination. So now we conduct the study. It gives us the study, then we do what? We analyze it with chi-square. Then after that, this is the table. This is the table that shows us. After it shows us this table now, we now interpret based on what we have on the figure. So that's the interpretation of chi-square. It's very, very simple. Just know this table. You can use this table. You can be repeating this table. It's just that the value, that's what you'll be changing. The value is what you're changing. The value that is inside. It is all this value. They are the one that you just changing. But all these ones is constant. You understand? It's constant. These are the items that you will need on if you want to interpret chi-square. So that is it. That is it. So I will want you to this second one, which is social media. Please analyze it and interpret and send the result to me. Yes, let's do it like that. Analyze it, interpret it, and send the result to me, so that we know maybe I should explain more on this chi-square or not. And I know that many people will get it, because with this explanation, just rewind it, watch the video again, watch it again. It's very simple. Watch the step by step. Thank you.